The launch of the La Liga EA Sports Rush tournament hosted here by La Liga at this magnificent Royal Marang Sports Campus, of course here on the land of the Bafokeng. Thank you so much for your attendance. My name is Thabiso Tema, TT, and I'll be directing a very, very short program this afternoon. So a warm welcome to all of you, ladies and gentlemen, of course, a special welcome to the ladies and gentlemen of the media. As I said, it's a very short program. If you haven't figured it out, just a few house rules or just for direction. Okay, hang on. You want me to use the mic? No, you want to take the mic. Of rain outside, so of course you know that there is like to take you outside as well for the interviews and all of that. But let's get into the program right away then, shall we? I'm going to invite first up to say a few words La Liga Africa's Managing Director Tresor to come up and welcome you all and explain why we are gathered here. Please welcome Tresor.
Esteemed partners, members of the press, dear colleagues, thank you so much for being here today. It's an honor hosting you in this launch session of the next gen draft with our partner EA Sports. This marks actually a significant milestone for us, for La Liga. It marks the level of commitment we have in the continent, the level of commitment we have in this country. And also for these young stars, these young players who are going to be enjoying the game, who are going to be expressing their passion and their talents through the game. We're really looking forward to it. At La Liga, we believe that football has the power to change lives, both on and off the pitch, and through our EA Sports Futures program, we are dedicated to supporting grassroots and nurturing young talents. Beyond the game itself, EA Sports Future also strengthens communities. The program in the past has refurbished several pitches across different continents, in South Africa, where we have a pitch that was refurbished in Cape Town in March, and the pitch was actually hosted 120 young girls in our Tanzi Equality League, a league that's organized for young girls to express themselves, the talents for young girls to express themselves. So this time we hosted these young girls from areas of Florit, Kanisha, townships around Cape Town, in the interest and objective of empowering them, building their leadership skills through sports. This is also why we feel that the Next Gen Draft Tournament is a key initiative within the EA Sports FC Futures social program, as it's designed to identify and support young talents, not only around the world, but here at home also. While the tournament actually focuses on competition, it promotes the importance of different values, which are those of efforts, which are those of commitment, which are those of teamwork, which are those of leadership. These values are values that extend far beyond the field. Our commitment goes on and off the pitch, as I said earlier. Today, with the great assistance from Royal Bafokeng Sports, we are beginning a new chapter, one that I believe will have a long-lasting impact. The tournament offers young boys and girls the opportunity to demonstrate their abilities on the global stage, exposing them with the top scouts, coaches who are here with us today. Thank you so much. Actually, I will take this time to thank you guys for coming through from Madrid to be here with us today to experience and check out on these amazing talents we have in South Africa. I hope we can have many other talents from all over the continent enjoy this kind of opportunities. So thank you so much, Juan and your team, Gwen. So actually, I look forward to seeing what's going to unfold this weekend, the talents we're going to be having. And as I said earlier, we intend to keep growing the efforts of the LALIGA, the efforts of football in the continent. I would like to also mention different activities apart from the pitch that was refurbished, which is now hosting several leagues for these young girls. We have gone through a series of ball donations also to local institutions such as SAFA, such as KUSAFA, and we have a lot of ball donations coming because it's an important tool in this aspect. We have had in the past also hosted 2 young girls from South Africa in a 1-year program in Madrid. That was last 2 seasons. They spent 1 year in Madrid. They trained with high-level coaches. They gained a lot of experience, and we're very happy for that. And most especially, we think and we believe in the exposure, because even if this competition or this event starts this weekend, it doesn't end this weekend. We have the next part that is going to be happening in June, where the winners are going to be joining a team from different areas, as this project is also going to be, after a year, our colleagues are going to be in New York, in Guatemala, in Vietnam, for the same project. So all of these kids are going to, the winners are going to be joining us in Madrid for an amazing experience, which is all about fostering their skills, all about fostering their leadership talents, and also exposing them to different situations and talents. I won't take much more of your time. Thank you so much once more to be here with us today.
First of all, please allow me to thank, of course, all the media attending this event. I know that you came also for 2-3 hours trip, not so long than mine. I have just landed from Spain 3 hours ago, after 18 hours of flight. But thank you for the efforts of attending the event. Thanks, of course, to all the staff of Royal Bafokeng and of LALIGA to make it possible. Thank you, Emile, of Royal Bafokeng Sport, for hosting us in your amazing facilities. I can say that this is a real unique project. We have been developing football projects around the world for more than 10 years now. We started with the football projects department in LALIGA in 2015, so more than 10 years now. Why we can say that this is a real unique program? Well, first of all, because 2 of the biggest brands of the football industry are working together, LALIGA and EA Sports, to create the next gen draft, included in one of the most important initiatives of EA Sports, which is called FC Futures. With FC Futures, we try to get football closer to the young people, to all the community, not only from a football or sports perspective, but also from a social perspective. Okay, that's why, as my colleague Tresor mentioned a few minutes ago, we have created different pitches around the world where young kids, boys and girls from all ages can play and enjoy the value of our love the sports, football. We have also donated different materials for kids from all over the world, from different communities. And we are also creating these kind of programs to help them to develop their talent. To develop their talent, maybe to reach professionalism. But you know that not all of them will be able to achieve this goal, because it's hard, it's complex. To become a professional football player is a dream for a lot of kids, but it's a difficult dream. So that's why we have to work also everything around football, which are the values, which are the principles like solidarity, the education that we provide to the youngsters and to the kids. And this is what is about also the next gen draft. Okay? What we are going to see in the next couple of days is an amazing event with boys and girls from U15 category. We will start tomorrow with a tournament. It's a special format. called the Rush Tournament, which is a real format played in the video game, in EA Sports, okay? So this is also a way of connecting real football with the video games and getting the youngsters involved also in this video games industry. We will start with this tournament with 16 teams of boys and 16 teams of girls competing against each other with short duration games, 7 minutes each half, okay? And after the first leg of the tournament, the semi-finalists will play against each other to see what is the teams reaching the finals, okay? The final selection of players who will go into the next step on Sunday will be the 7 players of the teams winning the tournament, so 7 boys and 7 girls, and 20 MVPs, 20 best players from the tournament. That is, having said that, that means that on Sunday, 27 boys and 27 girls will train in a first training session under the FC Futures methodology, led by our 2 UEFA Pro coaches from LALIGA, Ruben and Saul. And after this session, we will select 16 boys and 16 girls. These 16 finalists will play a real game against a local team of boys and of girls on Sunday afternoon, and only after the games we will select the final winners. 4 boys and 4 girls who will have the chance and will be invited to live a genuine, unique experience in Spain on June, where all the other players from other countries, from the US, from Guatemala, from Dubai, and from Vietnam in this first edition, will create a La Liga Next Gen Draft team of 20 boys and 20 girls, training in Spain, training in Madrid, living a La Liga experience, competing against La Liga clubs, youth teams, and living what is to be a real La Liga players from inside. Okay, so that's all. I will be more than happy to answer any question at the end of the event, and I really hope that everybody attending the project will enjoy, and especially the boys and the girls. I'm watching them right now upstairs, who are the most important people here during this weekend, and we are doing everything for them and for their enjoy. Okay, so thank you very much, and let's enjoy the tournament.
Very exciting stuff. Too bad they couldn't hear what you were saying about the opportunities that lie. You really want me to use your microphone? You really want me? Is there somebody recording or what?
No, it's fine.
It's all good. Yeah? Everybody can hear me. I've got a very loud voice. Okay, so with that, let's also now invite, of course, a facility like this. This is an investment by the Royal Bafokeng Sport, and as you know, when this place was launched, what is it now, 15 years, almost 15 years ago in 2010, it was hailed as one of the world's best facilities of this nature, you know, and over the years, I think the first team that used the facility was the England national team in the build-up to the 2010 FIFA World Cup. Now, since then, numerous other clubs have come over and used it, local and international clubs. It's a magnificent, as I said, world-class facility, and it's great to see that there's still plenty that is going on here. Now, to tell you more about the investment that's been made, and also this partnership from the side of Royal Bafokeng Sport, let's welcome Emile Smith to come in, formerly known as Emile Smith Bro.
Good afternoon, everyone. I'd like to start off by saying I'm planning to disappoint Eugene by not giving a good speech, so please encourage me as I carry on. And like teacher will tell you, a good game is a quick game, so I won't take long.
Yeah, absolutely.
I wish to acknowledge Khularo and the royal family in absentia, leadership from LALIGA, as well as their partner EA Sports, members from the city and the mayor's office, Bafokeng administration staff and colleagues, members of the media, admin staff from Bafokeng Sports, coaches and athletes. Welcome to the home of Bafokeng Sports, a magnificent and grandiose resort that we're very proud of and that we are happy to share with our partners from Spain today. We hope some of those airport taxes you pay Juan will come towards us as well. We are honored and privileged to have LALIGA and EA Sport for this opportunity. So many of you might not know, Bafokeng Sports' mandate is fairly simple. Social impact through sport, develop talent to contribute to the national agenda, contribute meaningfully towards the business of sport. That includes media, that includes events, that includes development. Based on these objectives, the partnership makes 100%. A lot of value that sits out there. So the five-a-side event that happens on Saturday morning speaks to mass participation and development for us. Our kids are wholly entrenched in football and part and parcel of the success of this event moving forward. The skills and match selection that happens on Sunday speaks to the development of talent, because those that are selected will then proceed to go on to Spain and hopefully come back and play for Bafana one day and not stay there. You can't have too many visits. The event, the localization, the travel, hosting you here in this venue, having the kids come in, the transport that we use, the sustenance that will be provided, all speaks to the commercialization and the business of sports. And that is why partnerships are of value to us. We don't want to be seen as an island on our own. We know LALIGA wants to have meaningful partners and meaningful relationships in this area as well as on the continent. And we are more than willing to open our arms to welcome them in and say, here's a willing partner that wants to go on this journey together. To the players and coaches, push, push, push. Play hard, showcase your talent, but most of all, have fun. I think a lot of us forget the true meaning of having fun out there. And sport does have that ability. It's one of the final and last touch points out there. Sports contributes to your mental health as well as your physical health. So for our kids, our coaches, come out here, showcase your talent, but have fun. Get caught up in the enjoyment of the occasion. Opportunities like this do not happen very often. So please grasp it with both hands. And another famous sports quote, don't die wondering. Don't after Sunday sit here and think, what if I've done that? What if I did that? Why didn't I embrace and soak up the situation a lot more? And that's what die wondering means. Opportunity has passed you without you being part and parcel of that whole experience. To LALIGA, thank you very much. We appreciate the fact that you came out here and saw us as a willing participant in this. Thank you for imparting knowledge, skills, and your talents. We look forward to the next 2 days and really embrace yourselves in the culture that we've got here. We're really excited to have you. To the media, thank you for driving all this way. Promise you won't go home hungry. There is some food at the end of the tunnel. So let's all enjoy this and I look forward to the next 2 days. Thank you, everyone.
Emile, well, what a relief to know it will be fair. After all of that. All right. So, of course, as I said, this is a partnership, and Royal Bafokeng, of course, are the hosts of the. Also, this they also work, of course, in partnership with the Rustenburg local municipality. They will be an integral part of what will be going on out here today and in the future. So let's ask on behalf of the Rustenburg local municipality, the manager for sports marketing, Khularo Ramantsi, to come and say a few words.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. But I'm not going to be long. I'm so excited. I think last week we were here. When we drove back, we are in Penku, so we are driving back to Rustenburg. So when we were driving back home, it's still Rustenburg, but we were in the Royal Bafokeng. We got so excited about this thing. Actually, we were visualizing the whole thing and we said, no, World Cup is coming back. So there'll be a lot of buzz, there'll be a lot of excitement, etc. I was with my colleagues from Boston local municipality. Safe to say, thank you very much, Mr. Tipe, thank you very much, Mr. Smith, thank you very much, the RBS, for extending invitation to us as Rustenburg local municipality. We did a lot of projects together, even prior to 2010 World Cup. Even up to now, we still do a lot of programs, but this one is an exceptional one, in a sense that you will see a lot of young, budding potential players. I heard the speaker just use the name, saying both boys and girls. It will be so exciting. We've seen the rise of the growing of the banana in the country, and I think they will grab the opportunity by both hands and make use of it. On behalf of Rustenburg local municipality, we are excited with this partnership, and then we, not only for this set, but like Mr. Smith explained it last week, until the end of time. I hope this partnership will be there. The facilities are here in Rustenburg, they're here in Royal Bafokeng. I'm not jumping the gun. If you want to come and relocate, you are most welcome to come and stay here and establish your academy here in the Royal Bafokeng in Rustenburg as well. As I said, I'm not going to be long, but I'm just excited about this partnership. And I wish the players, the coach, all the best from tomorrow. We'll be here on Sunday. Hopefully they will grab this opportunity by the hands. Royal Bafokeng has produced exceptional players, in the past, even now. The basketball, I know, is something that can go on and on with it in partnership with the Rustenburg. Now we are starting a new journey to Spain. Yeah, hopefully one day that the Smith will take us there and see all these guys that we see on TV. Thank you very much, Dr. Smith, for this opportunity. Thank you, colleagues. All the best. Thank you.
For that, Khularo Ramantsi from the from the Rustenburg local municipality. Okay, so in a short while we'll go outside, but I just thought maybe just briefly I will ask maybe for the benefit of some of the cameras that are rolling, or whoever is not going to do one-on-ones. I'm just going to put one or two questions to our guests here, and to LALIGA and Tresor. Either one of you can answer this one about, when you embark on this kind of projects, how you identify the countries that you will go to, and the importance of actually spreading, the brand of LALIGA, and how this actually feeds into that, but more importantly, how you identify the countries that you go to. I don't know. Where's the guy with the mic?
I can just try to there would be better.
We want him to come up here. Okay, yeah. Oh, I didn't know you. Where did I even pick up the mic? Sorry. No, that was not
can hold it up.
The one
no, leave it down. It's fine.
You can put it down. Yeah, that one. There you go.
Thank you so much for the question. I think it was just natural that South Africa because the relationship we have with the country, I don't know if you know, but LALIGA has been here, it's been more than 10 years, or close to 10 years that LALIGA is established in South Africa. We have been organizing various camps in the country. We have been very active in different grassroots, as well as experience, as well as entertainment activities in the continent. We have witnessed firsthand the amount of talent also that we have here in South Africa. We have highly esteemed partners also who, everywhere we are, we always need partners with whom we are capable of growing together and putting efforts in all this. So for us, it was just natural that in South Africa, given the amount of talent, given the amount of fans, also audience we have, that South Africa be part of these countries that are going to be hosting this event. I want to take the opportunity to inform. We have informed before that our commitment to the continent is solid, it's growing, the effort is serious. We have been active, very active also with different projects out of the country, in Cameroon. I mentioned the Zanzi Equality League that was hosted in Cape Town in October through November 2024, but we also hosted in Cameroon also where we accommodate 600 young girls in the league. It started with 150, and now we have 600 young girls who are in the league. It has gone through Kenya also, that we do that. With the project we had, we hosted 2 young girls from South Africa and Spain. We also had some girls from Tanzania, we had girls from Nigeria, we had girls from Zambia. So our efforts in the continent really, as I said, it's serious, and we are really, really committed to using the power of football to continue impacting lives and continue granting opportunities to these young boys and girls. Thank you.
Thank you. The enormous resources that have been invested in sports by Bafokeng, including this facility, and I don't know whether I guessed from Spain would have also driven past the Royal Bafokeng Sports Palace Stadium, which was one of the venues for the World Cup. So, for me, from your side, I'd like to know more about what you guys are doing and the importance of actually getting sustainable programs and partnerships such as this to make sure that these facilities do not become white elephants, as you say, gold.
Thank you, GT, and a very pertinent and good question. I think Royal Bafokeng has always had a commitment towards sports since the earliest of days. They've had an active community. They saw the benefit of sport, keeping kids off the street, keeping parents healthy, and having long and illustrious lifestyles. Sport does not happen on its own. Sport needs facilities. I think our sin is that we believe in investing in big facilities and not just small. In our villages, in our regions, you will find facilities within our school structures and community structures, so that it's open to our public and our communities. Sometimes easier to get in than other days, but they are available for our people. The Marathi has got access to sports facilities. The other thing Marathi has got access to is world-class facilities. One of them being the one you're sitting in today. Auditorium, 5-star hotel, high-performance gyms, 2 A-grade pitches, 1 B-grade pitch, and 2 astroturfs. One facility. What other community out there, on our country and even on the continent, can boast a feat like that? It doesn't stop there though. Got a world-class stadium that hosted World Cup games, that hosted a All Blacks and Springbok game, that has hosted netball championships, that has hosted athletics championships. One of the fastest 100-meter races on the continent took place there back in the day, guys. It's before Sam went mad. But it happened here. Currently, we're investing even more. As the city has said, we are very big in basketball. One of the biggest programs on the continent from a developmental aspect. So the 4C has seen, with this impetus in basketball, let's build an indoor training facility. We're currently building an indoor 2 basketball wooden floor facility. That is an indoor facility that has got capacity to host not only basketball, but also netball. That is a big female sport for us, and gender parity is a very big thing of what we do here, which is why this event today is so big for us. It's not just boys, not just girls. Both sexes on the pitch at the same time, being held accountable to the same values and the same rewards at the end of the day. So when our commitment to sports gets questioned, it's a very sore topic for us, because the one thing Bafokeng is not good at is spreading the word about what we do. It stays here. Everything right here, close to the chest. Never mind I'm wearing my sister's t-shirt. But that is what we do, guys. We don't boast. Action, like another soccer analogy, you let your talking be done out on the pitch. And that is very much what we do. But that's changing. We will, in future, spend heavily on marketing, spend heavily on getting the media out there and getting the message out there. Because we want to communicate that our doors are open, we are looking for partnerships, we are looking for relationships, but they must be of equal value and equal benefit. And I think that is what's critical of what we're doing. We're not an island on our own, but we also don't like being taken advantage of. So come in here if you're willing to commit to sport and have a mandate like us of having impact on the social and commercial level. Our doors are open. Might even give you a free cappuccino in the hotel. Thank you.
Very generous. Not just lunch, cappuccino as well. Thank you so much for that. And I must just say, when you speak about the passion that exists for sport and the amount of investment that goes out here, in his absence, I have to note as well that a large part of what drives that is a passion that the king, His Majesty Jose Leroy, but he himself is a passionate sportsman. He is a fitness fanatic, feels very strongly about having an active nation. So this is part of why events like this will always fly, because of the passion of His Majesty. Okay, having said that, all right, let's then what is going to happen now. We're going to go head out to the pitch. There will be a little quick exhibition game that will be played outside there.
So we're here to launch the next gen draft program. It's a program that we are developing with our partners EA Sports. So this is going to be the inaugural session. After this, our colleagues are going to be headed to the US, where they're going to be doing the same, then Guatemala, then Dubai, then Vietnam. So this is part of the EA Sports FC Futures project, which is a project that aims at empowering, nurturing young talents, empowering young boys and girls in their passion, which is that of playing football. This program also includes and included refurbishment of pitches that started across continents last season, including here in South Africa, where we had the opportunity to refurbish a playground in Cape Town, and today that playground hosts 120 young girls in our recently launched Sanzi Equality League, which is a league that's made for young girls, which is a league that's social soul aimed at empowering these young girls, especially with regards to leadership skills and how they can positively impact their communities through the use of football. So getting back to this, the program obviously also includes a donation of equipment. Locally in South Africa, we've been able to donate some balls, including here in Bafokeng, donated some balls in sports equipment, Safa, and different institutions whom we have been working. So the efforts and commitment of LALIGA in the continent, in South Africa, is firm and is very serious, because we are here, I said before, we have been here close to 10 years now, established in Johannesburg. We have delegates across the continent, like in Angola, covering Mozambique, like in Cameroon, covering Central Africa, in Ivory Coast, covering West Africa, in Nigeria, covering Ghana. So we are all over in the continent, driving meaningful projects, nurturing young talents, also obviously creating well-curated events to entertain our fans. And in South Africa, we have a huge fan base. The Next Gen project, Next Gen draft, is going to be starting here this weekend, where more than 200 young boys and girls will be having the opportunity to showcase their skills, to showcase their talents, to play, to express themselves through their passion, which is that of football. We have coaches, as you have seen, who have come straight from Madrid just for this. We have 3 UEFA Pro La Liga coaches who are here today with us, are going to be here all through the edition that's going to be ending on Sunday. Day 1, we're going to be having a tournament with all these boys and girls. I'm very sure there's going to be a showcase of amazing skills. I trust that, because here in South Africa, it's only about skills. There's a lot of skills all around, and we are eager to see them displayed tomorrow. And afterwards, we're going to be doing some EA Sports drills with them. We're going to be selecting the best players. We're going to be creating winning teams. Then afterwards, on Sunday, we're going to have a final where we select the best players, 4 players for each category, 4 boys and 4 girls. These boys and girls are going to be joining boys and girls from other countries in Madrid, boys and girls from the US, boys and girls from Vietnam, boys and girls from Dubai, and boys and girls from Guatemala. For us, why is this very special? You showcase your talents, you showcase your skills, you express yourselves. We're going to be living an amazing experience, but also I believe in the power of exposure, in the power of exposing these young boys and girls from very tender ages to other cultures, to other experiences, to other countries, to other way of thinking, because whenever they are back to their communities, those are the mindset that they bring also from other cultures to share with their communities. So it has a great impact on their leadership skills. So very happy as La Liga. Great thanks, huge thanks to our partner EA Sports that's with us in this. Local partners hosts here today, the Bafokeng Sports, when we're working. Our partners in South Africa, like Puma Sports, Sports Page, with whom we've been working very, very seriously, helping us to drive all of these efforts. So yeah, thank you.
What's the age group that you're targeting for the boys and the girls?
We are targeting under 15 young boys and girls.
And how long will they be staying in Spain, playing against the other La Liga teams once you've formed the final team? They're
going to be staying 10 days in Spain once we have the final team. I'm sure our sports department director will give you more details on the technical aspects, but the 10 days are going to be experience where they're going to be training and they're going to be competing with
scouted by other La Liga teams at site. And if that happens, is there a procedure of how they will go about?
Great question. I think right now, as I mentioned before, the bet, especially as La Liga in Africa, is more on the exposure. It's more on the exposure, and exposure could be playing with these teams. Afterwards, the clubs decide if the talents or the skills fit in their specific needs or demands. That would now depend on the club. But without exposure, there is no opportunity. So firstly, to get out there and get these exposures, even if finally we have no club signing them, you have many who come back with a different way of thinking in terms of football. So if any club is like, okay, this talent fits my set of skills or my needed set of skills, obviously the clubs are free to engage directly with the families if that should happen. We're not agents. We just want to provide these platforms for these young girls. If there's anything for these young boys and girls, and if there's anything, the clubs are free to get in contact and discuss with them. They have to discuss with the young boys and girls. But I repeat, I think it's more of exposure, experience, and education.
Do you have any success stories over the years with the decade that La Liga has been in South Africa? I mean, it's not just about the relationship here, but it spans over Gussie football, it spans across different tournaments. Do you have any success stories over the years to just say that this partnership has been quite fruitful over the decade?
Succesship in what terms? Of getting players to the clubs, or what? How will you measure all the success?
Yeah, even some maybe getting trials and yeah.
Yeah, so we have had just to say a few. Our commitment and our efforts in Africa is the question we ask ourselves is how do we use the power of our football to positively impact and grant these opportunities to young boys and girls, especially at grassroots levels. I must also say that we're also committed to entertaining our fans. I'll come back to the success stories, but we're also committed to entertaining our fans. So we all across the continent, especially in South Africa, we have different watch parties that we organize. We hosted close 100 people in Pretoria last 2 weeks for around the Madrid Derby. We did a watch party. We've had different watch parties. We have different events to make sure that we enjoy differently with our fans. We connect with our fans and get closer to our fans. Grassroots-wise, I mentioned we had the Zanzibar Equality League that was launched in Cape Town. You can measure a success story of what they'll learn from these leagues or these programs. How do they impact on their communities? And we'll have many young girls who, after they learn some set of skills, are capable of communicating better in their communities, are capable of expressing themselves better in their communities. The girls who are accommodating in countries like Cameroon, we have hosted already 4 editions. We're accommodating 600 young girls, well measured. We have KPIs that measure how are these young girls actually from this educational program, because apart from football, we train coaches also in the context of the league, and we give them different leadership skills program. How do they impact the local communities? We calculate that, and we see that the numbers are quite good. And I'll add, even if it's not the ultimate goal, as I said before, we have had young girls from that league that have joined the national team on their category just because they started playing early. But we will talk about that. But I think Juan said before, football is a platform where we can use this platform to engage and to empower these young girls. But most of the time, to get to the top, it's not that easy to get to the top. So what do we do to engage with those who are passionate, who are talented, but can't get to the top? We do all these programs that will help them. We always have success stories like that in those in Cameroon who joined their national team to do trials and have competed with the national teams as we speak. So we're happy with what we've been achieving as of now. Our fans also, if we have to calculate that, are growing in the continent. Obviously, our audience, the LALIGA games, everyone is very keen to watch each game, and I think that's what you could say.
Are there perhaps maybe any LALIGA legends you guys are working with or ex-players? Because these young kids, when they see people that they look up to, the motivation becomes extra.
So when we refurbished the pitch in Cape Town, we had Nassif Morris. You remember Nassif Morris? He played for LALIGA also. For us, it was a good thing for him to be there to talk to these young boys, to these young girls, to give them some tips on how to grow their talents. We work with very many legends, obviously, and we aim at having more and more of this kind of profiles coming in these projects to explain to the girls in Cameroon. With the girls, we had Anair Lomba, who played for Barcelona. We have had Aichane, who played for Real Sociedad. That was also there in Cameroon, in Yaoundé, talking to these girls about her pathway, how she made it to football, the discipline, everything she had to do. So obviously, yes, we do that, and we understand that having someone in front of you that you look up to will probably get the message through better.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
This is Juan Florit. I am the head of LALIGA Football Projects Department. We have been developing football projects for more than 10 years now, and I can say that this LALIGA Next Gen Draft is one of the most important ones that we have done. The first reason is that we are putting together 2 of the biggest brands in the football industry, 2 of the most important brands, LALIGA and our partner EA Sports, with its initiative FC Futures, trying to help and to promote football, getting it closer to the communities, to the young people, to kids, boys and girls from all ages and levels. And this next gen draft is looking for some of these objectives. We will live a unique experience during the next couple of days. The first phase will be a football tournament in a format called Rush Tournament, which is one of the formats included in the video game of EA Sports, where teams of 5 players, boys and girls, will compete against each other in shorter games of 7 minutes each half. They will compete in a first leg of 4 groups of 4 teams, and the winners will pass into the semi-finals and then finally the finals. After the first day, the winning team of 7 players, 7 boys and 7 girls, plus the 20 best players selected by LALIGA coaches, so in total 27 players, go past to the next level on Sunday, the second day. We will start the second day with training sessions with La Liga UEFA Pro coaches and the FC methodology, where the 27 boys and girls will be able to showcase their level, their skills. And after these training sessions, the last 16 boys and 16 girls will be selected to the final game. We will be playing a real game, 11v11, against a local team. And after the game, the final selection will be made, where La Liga experts and La Liga coaches will finally select 4 boys and 4 girls who will be invited to live a genuine, unique experience of 10 days in Spain in June, training with La Liga coaches under La Liga training methodology, visiting La Liga clubs, stadiums and sports cities, and what is even more important, competing against the real La Liga youth teams.
What do you think the impact of this will be for these young girls, and boys? Just firstly, some of them it will be their first time even just going overseas, being exposed to such a high level league like La Liga, and also just meeting some of their legends or even just some of the big players face to face. As La Liga, what are you just hoping the impact will be for some of these players moving forward post to this tournament?
Well, with the players enjoying the first phase of the tournament, the training session and the game, they will be able to enjoy a very unique football format, different than the one they used to play. It's quicker, it's funnier, so we hope they will enjoy it. But apart from the technical side, where we really hope here in South Africa, in Bafokeng, that we will see very skilled boys and girls, we also want them to enjoy from the values that we want to promote and to spread from the football, from La Liga's values and from EA Sports and FC Futures value. And for the ones who will be selected for the final phase in Spain, well, I think it's a dream for almost all the kids around the world to travel to Spain, to one of the most important countries in football, probably the most important one, with the biggest clubs in the world, and feeling themselves that like real La Liga young players. It's a unique experience that we will try to provide.
From a sustainability point of view, of course, this being the inaugural leg, what are now the plans moving forward post just 2025 with this particular program?
Yeah, what it's clear is that La Liga Next Gen Draft, FC Futures, are not specific actions or punctual actions. We want really to build a continuous and long-term strategy, trying to build grassroots youth football in the community from the very early ages. We always say the same when we develop a project in a country like South Africa. Most important is the legacy that La Liga and EA Sports leave behind the event or the project or the action. That's why we have been working for so many years now in the different countries. That's why we have been based in South Africa with a La Liga office for many years now. That's why we will still push even harder in the future to guarantee this legacy in football and here in the country in South Africa.
And then from a player perspective, you've obviously coached young players from across the world. What are some of the technical abilities that I can say that you appreciate in South African players versus other places in the world that you coach?
It's true that football is different in the different regions of the world, and football is evolving very quick. So what we saw 10-15 years ago, now it's changing. But what is clear is that the African player and the South African player is not only strong physically, as many people think, but also very technically skilled. And maybe one of the main challenges for South African players, traditional challenges, has always been the tactical knowledge and understanding of the game. But we can see and we can notice that little by little this is also evolving and increasing. But we are here also to try to give these young players, boys and girls, the tools to learn this football understanding and tactics from the Spanish football, so they can even be better in the next years and in their football development.
What would it mean for you and all the organizers and the sponsors if some of the girls and boys here were to be recognized for opportunities at professional clubs, to go all the way, maybe possibly some of them making it to the programs?
Well, as I have said, I have worked with young kids, young players from all over the world. And I always repeat the same. It's very important that the young players have dreams. And we know that many kids dream about becoming a football star, you know? And they have to keep dreaming. It's good. From our side, from the coaching side, we have to provide them with the tools, with everything they need, so this dream can be easier and closer, but always remembering them that it's a very difficult pathway, it's a very difficult process. That's why also we need to give them also other tools to be a good person and a skilled person, not only on the field but also out of the field. Okay, but of course we need to push them. We need to we try to help them and to support them to achieve this dream. And for us, for La Liga, one of our best objectives or result could be in a few years to see one of these young boys or girls becoming a football star in Spain, and why not in a La Liga club.
Literally just off context, your fellow brother from Spain is doing quite well in the country, Jose Rivero. What do you make of how he has achieved and what he has achieved here at Orlando Pirates?
Sorry, can you repeat the beginning of the question, please?
I'm saying just out of context from this, your fellow brother from Spain, Jose Rivero, Orlando Pirates head coach, has been doing quite well in the country right now, and literally he's also on the verge of possibly maybe winning the league for the first time and potentially also taking Paris to the CAF Champions League. Just your take on what's achieved in South Africa right now? Well,
everybody knows that Spanish coaches and methodologies are right now references worldwide. It's true that it takes time to the Spanish coaches to go abroad. We were more like nationals, and until 2005, 2010, there were not so many Spanish coaches abroad. But the truth is that in the last 15, 20 years, more and more Spanish coaches have lived international experiences, and I think this has been very important for coaches like Rivero, because they have found the balance between the Spanish methodologies and philosophies and the capacity to adapt this knowledge, these philosophies and these methodologies to the context that they need to live abroad. Of course, it's not the same to train and to coach in Spain than in South Africa or in China or in South America. And what is very important is to be able to adapt your philosophy, your own methodologies and game model to the real context, to the players, to the teams, and to the competition.
Continue. Yes, I mean, let's just talk about the importance of this tournament coming to Bafokeng. That's slowly now really becoming this hub of development. Yes, you have that big relationship with NBA Africa, which has really yielded some fruitful results over the years. You have an HP center as well. So the importance of La Liga having such a tournament like this here once again in Bafokeng.
I think for Bafokeng Sports, it's really an honor and a privilege to have a partner of the stature of La Liga, with the interest as well as the impetus that they've got to really make a meaningful contribution to the development of sport through grassroots as well as through high performance sport. And for us, it's almost organic to say that come to this magnificent facility, to Bafokeng Sports that really wants to drive a story of success, that really wants to give back to their own community, but to South Africa at large through the medium of sport. And let's take hands and do something meaningful that will hopefully open the whole of South Africa's eyes, similar to what we've done with NBA, and say, guys, there are opportunities out here for boys and girls to succeed. And if success is one measure of getting out there, I think the impact of the experience is another measure that we need to take account of, in saying that this is how you make a meaningful contribution to a kid's life, but also how you motivate young and old to really tell a story of success and aspiration. A lot of the time we get bombarded by parents, stakeholders, community members, not only within our regions and our villages, but in the greater Rustenburg as well as Northwest. And people tend to forget we're now an hour from Pretoria, we're 2 hours from Johannesburg, so really we are centrally located to touch the greater community of Gauteng and Northwest. And a lot of time parents come back to us and say, my kid is struggling with this. We find that the kid goes to school and when he comes back there's very little for him to do. How do we inspire that kid? How do we allow that kid to reach his full potential? Not only in school, because we know what it's like for our parents. Our parents always drive the moniker of education. You've got to get a good education. But I think now we find a community that understands that education is one element of a complete human being. And our sport comes in and plays a vital role in saying, how do I create a full individual, a holistically developed child that's going to become a valuable member of our community, that's going to contribute to its community from a social as well as an economic aspect, and he's going to hopefully drive the spirit of a healthy lifestyle, a healthy community, a willing and able community, and get out there and start a culture of sport that starts from really a young age all the way through lifelong partnerships and lifelong participation in sport. So we find the community has really embraced that. It's really us answering a call from the community to say, use your facilities, build facilities, they will not become white elephants, they will be used. And the reality is, yes, there is a struggle every now and again. Sometimes there are partnerships that need to be formed based on commercial value, but other times there are partnerships that need to be formed on social value and giving back. And I think that's where Bafokeng needs to find a balance and need to find willing participants that says, look guys, let's take hands together and we'll go on the journey together and we will find the solution at the end of the journey.
Are there any perhaps challenges that you guys are going through at the sports facility, maybe that you would just also like to echo to us?
No, I definitely think there's always challenges with facilities. People think that building a facility is a complete package. People often forget that maintaining a facility is another element. I think a lot of times in our culture we find that we build great facilities only to lock them up and no one has got access to them because we're worried about abuse, we're worried about overuse. Rather, the facility is built for a reason. We need to open our facilities and let kids, let parents, let communities into those facilities to use it for its function. Otherwise, what's the point of building it in the first place? But I think a big aspect that allows that culture to persist and grow is the fact of maintaining it. Where do we find money to maintain it? I think sometimes it comes easier for some parties compared to other parties, but it is a consideration that you have got to place front and center when building a facility is who's going to use this facility, to what degree is this facility going to be used, and how do we maintain this facility to not only make it sustainable but to make it viable as well.
Do you have any plans to start partnerships with professional football clubs in the country, like Midway Premiership, on a full-time basis to come and use the facilities?
Very good question, very common question. I'm sure there's a lot of parties out there that also struggles with this. I think the simple answer is our doors are always open. We are looking for partnerships. We are willing to entertain PSL teams. We even looking in the Hollywood Bets teams, in the ladies section as well as in the league competitions. Our doors are open. All we ask for is that the partnership needs to be of mutual benefit. And we say of mutual benefit, it can't be that you consider a rental fee against ticketing, hosting and the cost of hosting an event versus the paying for facility hire and adhering to the SASRIA Act of all the legislation as well as the protocols you need to go through to make sure that your event is a proper experience for the fans and a safe experience for the fans. So we are willing to engage with any professional and some non-professional teams out there to say, come and sit with us, but it needs to be for mutual benefit. It can't just be a one-way ticket, because unfortunately we are not a government-owned facility. Our facility does come with costs. It does come with maintenance costs. It does come with game day experience costs and putting on a show. And if we are willing to take hands and say, there's a little for you and there's a little for you, rather than it's skewed the other way towards a more beneficial party, then we do not have a relationship that is based on mutual benefit.